Well, hiya tits, it's me, Brad, aka your drama and cosplay queen 1014. We would like to thank all our early birds, night owls, and everyone else in between for setting your clocks for 1014 and joining us down here at the warehouse. I am at work, so excuse the noise, sorry. But what are we here to do today? We're here to review Drag Race Holland Season 2, Episode 4. We get a musical in this episode. So the queens come back the next day. The mirror message gets wiped off. It's a pretty positive one. They're all going around the table discussing who should have went home, the right decision, all that stuff. I'm gonna be a little honest. I do not remember too much drama that happened this episode. If there was any, let me know in the comments below. But if it comes to mind, I'll obviously be like, oh, there was some drama, but I really don't remember any as far as right now. Alright, so then Rue has a little message, and then Fred walks in looking pretty fabulous and says it's the reading challenge. Because why? Reading is what? Fundamental. I love the reading challenge. The reading challenge is so much fun. Alright, so they all do some reads. They were pretty quick to show all of the queens' jokes. I feel like it went pretty fast. At the end of the day, My Little Pony wins. Not a lot stood out to me except My Little Pony and maybe Tabitha, but Tabitha's just that girl where, you know, that stuff comes easy to her. We also had a pit crew member there holding the glasses for them too. Yes. Fred announces the Maxi challenge, which is Cinderella, the musical, not Cinderella, Cinderella, because I think that's how they say Cinderella out there. Since My Little Pony won the mini challenge, she gets to assign the roles for the musical. There were 2 or 3 people, 4 or 6 people who wanted the same part. They all kind of read for it in front of My Little Pony, and it kind of seemed like My Little Pony didn't listen to anybody because she assigned people who she thought would transpire well with the character or the girl that drag queen is who she assigned to. So she was playing more so I think you'll prosper in this one. I mean, except for Vanessa, who got Cinderella. It seemed like she was the only one who wanted Cinderella, and that was because she has the most lines. But she hands out the roles. A lot of them aren't happy with it. You know, Vivaldi has to play Snow White. The Countess has to play Sleeping Beauty. She's all I didn't want this, but I'm gonna make it work. She totally didn't. So they're all going over their parts and stuff, and if there was drama, again, I didn't miss it. I think some girls were who do you think is gonna be the weakling in this challenge? I believe that was brought up. But then we get some choreography, and then the girls get ready, and as they're getting ready, I don't remember any storyline that much. Not really. This episode was good because a lot of people had confessional time, although there were 3 that were more featured, so that's why I was all well, I kind of know who's gonna go home or win. So we get to the Rusical, and honestly, you guys, it was just too damn long, for real. It was way too fucking long. Was enjoyable at some points. Kita did a really good job as the wolf, the big bad Wolf Red Riding Hood character. Vanessa looked the part, but she wasn't there wasn't much acting behind the lip syncing. There was a lot of smiles and what do you say, questioning in her eyes, if that makes any sense. Instead of Cinderella was abused and stuff, so she should be afraid of her sisters and her stepmother, not going this, amazed what they're wearing or something like that. You need to be in the corner I'm scared, you know, what are they gonna do to me now, you know what I mean? So that was funny. Milo Pooney ended up playing two characters, the prince and the fairy godmother, which was really funny. Now, the only problem is with these things that are already written. Like, for example, Little Red Riding Hood and the prince and the fairy godmother all had comedy bits in the song, and not many others had those comedy bits. Tabitha did a good job, but like, she was kind of born to play the evil stepmother anyways, so like, it was fitting. And I want her to listen to the judges and put on bigger hair, because that's starting to get a little annoying to me, because like, the proportions just takes me out of the fantasy, you know. So after the very long Cinderella Rusical, we get to the runway, which I will do in a different video. A lot of them did not disappoint in this one. And we get to the judging. So we come to find out that Milo Pooney is the winner because she nailed both parts. Kita Minaj is safe because she did a really good Little Red Riding Hood / The Big Bad Wolf. So we get to the bottom three, which were the stepsisters pretty much, which was Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Now we had the Little Mermaid in a wheelchair, and then we get to the judging, like, I wish you did more with the wheelchair. But like, so you want me to focus on all my lines and utilize this thing in a comedy route, you know what I mean? Like, what? You want to use this thing in a comedy route? You want me to use this thing in a comedy? I already have less than 24 hours to nail this and the choreography in the wheelchair. Now you want me to utilize it to do something more bigger? I don't understand what you want me to do. I did the choreography, I did everything you wanted me to do. The only thing is when they came to the part of the ball, the club, I was really confused why Ariel was not in the wheelchair, but she was on her feet. And then the rest of the musical, she was in the wheelchair. I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, so that meant that Ivy Elise, the Countess, and Vivaldi were in the bottom. I don't think the Vivaldi got fair critiques. I think she went very big, overacted in hers. I don't understand why the judges couldn't look past the breastplate. That seems like a personal issue to me. If you can't get past the breastplate and not look at what she's doing facially in her acting, that's not her problem. Eyes up here, you guys. So we come to find out that Ivy Elise and the Countess have to lip sync. And honestly, they would free your mind. Such a good song to lip sync to. And it was so freaking boring. Even Fred was all like, yo, that was a really bad lip sync. So I thought the Countess was gonna go home because I feel Ivy Elise did a little better. And this is another reason why I'm kind of feeling like this is a little bit like Australian vibes, is because sure, Ivy Elise was in the bottom 3 times, but that didn't warrant her to go home because I feel like the Countess didn't do a good job in the lip sync over Ivy. Yes, the lip sync was very boring from both of them. So honestly, it should have been a double sachet. But if we're here and we have to keep somebody, Ivy Elise won that lip sync in my eyes. All the Countess did was walk around and do this and look beautiful. There was like no emotion behind the song and her performance whatsoever. And so at the end of the day, the Countess stays and Ivy Elise goes home because she was already in the bottom 3 times, which I don't think was fair, because I don't see the Countess growing out of her character. Ivy Elise at least has shown that she's trying. Yes, she's not succeeding as well as she'd like, but at least she is trying over the Countess. I just feel like the Countess is serving you, I'm fish, I'm rich, and that's all we're gonna get from her. Anyways, that was the episode 4. What did you guys think of this episode? What did you think of the reading challenge? What did you think? Oh, I forgot. They brought in Dusty the Drag Queen for the reading challenge. So that was really cool to see. Another familiar face. And she did some reads here and there, which were really funny, of course. What did you think of Dusty on the show? Being on the show? What did you think of the challenge, the rusical? What did you think of the outcome? What did you think of the judging? What did you think of Ivy Elise having to go home and the Countess staying? Let us know in the comments below. And I, Brad, aka your drama and cosplay queen 1014, would like to thank again all our early birds, night owls, and everybody else in between for setting your clocks for 1014 and joining us down here at the warehouse. I was not anticipating my head to be cut off in this video because I have very limited amount of space to sit at work. If I go way over there, it's just gonna get even noisier. But I'm having a bad hair day today, so it's kind of okay. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next video. Toodles.